What's up YouTube, Taka13 here, coming at you from Fufftopia Evolution. Today I'm going to be giving you a deck profile on my personal deck. Alright, let's get into this. Alright, so my deck of choice is a Yubel deck. And if you don't know what Yubel is, it's a monster that can be summoned in any way, normal or special. Has 0 attack, 0 defense, but its effects are can't be destroyed by battle. If you attack it, you'll take damage equal to your creature's attack. And if it is destroyed, it brings out another form called the Terror Incarnate. And pretty much, we'll get into it after. I run 3 of the first forms. 2 Terror Incarnates, the second form of Yubel, has the same first effects as it can't be destroyed by battle, and if you attack it, you'll take damage equal to your creature's attack. And what happens is, if this card is removed from the field, I get out a third form. And at the end phase of each of my turns, this card is a living black hole destroying all other monsters on the field. Next, we have 2 Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare. Has the same first effect as it can't be destroyed by battle, but if this creature battles, it destroys your monster and then you'll take damage equal to your creature's attack points. Now those cards usually become dead, but usually with a Montage Dragon in deck, I can bring out a 9000 beat stick or over, and so tributes off 3 from the hand to special summon itself. Next we have 2 Fire King Avatar Yaksha. Pretty standard now for Yubel users, because if it's destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon the second form due to this card when it's sent to the grave destroys any other copy on the hand or on the field. Next we have triple Dark Grepher. I do run a lot of high level dark type monsters, so it's easy to special summon him, and if not, I mill them from the hand to get the extra cards engraved. Double Stygian Street Patrol. When this card is removed from the graveyard, I can special summon Yubel easily off of it, and it's a 1600 attacker. Double Armageddon Knight. Allows me to mill from the deck, and decent attack, so it's underneath the bottomless. The standard 2 Mystic Tomatoes. If it gets destroyed by battle, I can special summon a creature, dark type with 1500 attack or less from my deck. Next, my personal choice, Card D. When it sends itself to the grave, I can draw 2 cards. Calculator. It's pretty standard for Yubel decks. With Yubel up on the board and himself, he's at 36. For the draw power, again, we have 2 Maxis. Pretty standard. Next, we have triple Call of the Haunted. It used to be double, now it's at 3 due to Monster Reborn being hit. Next we have triple Limit Reverse. With triple Limit Reverse, it's the easiest way to summon out my Yubel from the graveyard and destroy it, since this card, any monster that goes to defense while attached to this, gets destroyed. Double Dark Bride, because I hate back row, and this is one of the easiest things to do to stop it. Next is my personal tech choice, the Transmigration Prophecy. It allows me to restore 2 cards from the graveyard back to my deck. If not, I can choose one in my opponent's graveyard and send it back to theirs. Next, Sixth Sense. Able to pull one of this. If you don't know what this does, you roll a dice, but before that you have to call 2 numbers. So usually you call 5 or 6. If you hit those numbers that you chose, you draw that many. But if you don't, you can discard anywhere from 1 to 4 cards if you chose 5 or 6. Powerful card, great draw power. 2 Potted Dualities. I need searching capability, and this is the best way to do it. Back row hate, pretty standard. This is for the Exceed base part of my deck. I can turn all creatures on the field to any card that is level 7 or higher. So I choose my Yubel and I make all creatures level 10 and Exceed 10s. Next, Feather the Phoenix, tech choice. Sometimes I could put the Sixth Sense on top of my deck and reuse it again. I can choose Transmigrational and work it as a small loop. Final card, Dark Hole, standard. Next, let's go to the extra deck. We have the standard Gaga Cowboy, Abyss Dweller, Daigusto Emerald, Black Ship of Corn, double Master Key Beetle. and Key Beetle's easy to summon out when I have the triple Dark Greffers. Next we have number 85, Crazy Box. You roll a dice, and if you're lucky to not hit 6, you can either make your opponent discard a card, you can discard a card, destroy a card. If you hit 1, you have your own life points. If you hit 6, you destroy your own monster. Piercing capability. This will destroy other cards on the field, and my opponent will take 500 for each after it activates effect, and it makes its resolution during the end phase. I take this in for my personal choice. After 3 turns, if it survives and its effect goes through, I win the game. These are the prize cards of the deck. Gustav, Super Dreadnought, Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. Pretty powerful. Detach, my opponent takes 2 grand, and he can still attack with 3 grand. Sky Babylon acts like a black ship. Detach material, destroy a card, and my opponent takes 1,000. Uses 3 level 10s. Effects can't be chained to it. This is the Super Dimensional Robot Galaxy Destroyer with 5 grand attack. Destroys all my opponent's spells and traps, and when I activate his effect, nothing can be chained. Sky Palace Babylon. One of the random cards for the deck because he's a rank 11. He's the only one. And with 3,800 attack, if he attacks, my opponent then takes half of that creature's attack out of their life points. Finally, we go on to the side deck. And in the side deck, we have triple Forbidden Chalice. I chose this over Veilers because I can make the monster gain some attack points, or I can choose my Yubel to lose its effects and then destroy it off from a battle. Double Battle Fader. If I'm drawing in a lot and I didn't draw any monsters I need, but I draw him, he's good to have because he stops the battle phase. 2 Malevolent Catastrophes. Punishes my opponent for attacking in. Destroys all spells and traps on the field. To make sure, now we have Imperial Iron Wall to make sure no cards get banished. Teching in 2 Dust Tornadoes instead of a 3rd MST. I just hate a lot of backfilled cards, and I like this because I can set one afterwards. Tech choice, Evil Hero, Malicious Edge. Allows me to get over Stardust at times, and 26 Beat Stick only needs 1 tribute, and he pierces. Next we have the 2 standards, Burial and Return from a Different Dimension, while we have Chain Destruction. This card here, usually I choose any card that's summoned with 2,000 attack or less. I get to destroy all of the copies in the hand or deck. So I tech this in with my own Yubel, and it allows me to destroy the first form in the deck to summon out a second from the hand or deck, and allows me to get the second form out. Alright, YouTube. This has been Taka 13 here, coming at you from Fufftopia Evolution. I hope you guys have a good night, and rate the deck, please, and any opinions. And please check out our links and our Facebook pages.
Alright, one quick question before you go. How long have you taken to build this deck?
To get to the point where I am now, it's taken me close to 4 years. So I've been practicing with this deck for so long, and finally it's almost perfected. When November 8th rolls around, when I get Pot of Duplicity, the deck will be perfect, and maybe another deck profile will go by then.
Alright, there you have it, YouTube. A very decent, good Yubel deck profile. Alright, comment, rate, subscribe, and remember guys, we're making a difference, one card game at a time. Take care, YouTube.